Hello and welcome back to another weekly vlog from John, Mandy and Cooper. For all you new subscribers, because we're at nearly 30,000 now, so yeah, amazing. We started making these videos about 2 years ago when we decided to sell the house and move full-time into our van, and we thought we'd keep the weekly videos going so that family and friends and things like that could keep up what we were doing. And since then, like I say, there's like 30,000 of you now that are joining in to see what we get up to. But yeah, we've made the commitment for making weekly videos, regardless of whether we're travelling around Europe with stunning mountain scenery or beaches, or sitting in a field because we've got some great friends who've let us stay here during lockdown. So it is what it is, folks. We are in the same boat. We're all in the same something. We're all in this together, or something like that, isn't it, what he says? But yeah, this is just us making hopefully a little bit of entertaining videos. You might call it Van Life Coronation Street. But yeah, this week, on this week's episode, that's a bit like Top Gear, isn't it? On this week's episode, John gets his COVID jab, and John and Mandy talk about a month of meat-free. Because yeah, it's the end of meat-free March this week. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's quite positive actually. Yeah, we're going to sit down and at the end of the week I'm going to explain to you about what we've kind of found by not eating meat for a month, what it's meant to us, blah blah blah. So yeah, let's get cracking, see what we can get up to, and hopefully yeah, in a few days time the weather's supposed to be getting better as well, so can't wait for that. You lot that, you know, Elmer Fudd and all that, and that John McCrurk or whatever, yeah, get the references. But hopefully it'll be warm enough that I don't have to wear all this stuff. And yeah, if we get out, have a little bit of a trek to go and get my COVID jab. A lot of you did ask about that, with us not having a fixed address and everything like that. Are you going to get your COVID jab? Yep. If you've got an opinion negative on COVID and you don't agree with it, then you know, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's obviously our opinion that is different than yours then. But yeah, we are going to get the COVID jab. And the only place really that was friendly to a big motorhome was about 45-50 minutes away. So we're going to do our shopping and stuff like that when we go out there, make a bit of a trip of it. But yeah, I got a text message, just like everyone else seems to have got. Mandy got a text message as well. And booked ourselves in, and that was that. So no issues really. We're just living in a van and not having a fixed address. We've still been looked after by the NHS. So there we go. So this is one use we never thought we'd have. But when the solar power on the off-grid campsite cuts out halfway through your washing cycle, you need one of these. Although it is complaining right now.
You say it's complaining about something.
Because it's over 2,000 watts.
But it's
Is it on heat or anything?
well, I don't know, but it won't let me. It's one of those washing machines where it has to finish its cycle.
Oh, before it does anything?
Yeah, and it doesn't look like it was that far into the cycle, to be honest with you.
It's on 2,000 watts. 2 kilowatts!
So it's gone through 5%.
Yeah. I'd imagine that's heating the water. That's what we're on.
Right. Lovely quick one-pan meal for today, and it's going to be carbonara. And I know it's weird because you have to fry the bacon and everything in a pan, but I always find that boiling pasta in a frying pan is so much faster than doing it with a regular pan. So we're using the rest of this. This being the Vivera Smokies slices or something. And we've been advised by a lovely kind subscriber of ours that they make the best carbonara, which gave us a lovely idea to make carbonara. I'm just chopping some mushrooms, frying the bacon, then I'll boil the pasta and chuck it all in the pan. It's so easy, it'll be done in about 20 minutes. Mushrooms sliced, ready to go in. The smoky bits, already sliced, ready to go in. This is 4 beaten eggs, so it's just 4 eggs beaten. And in there is going to be some Parmesan cheese and some freshly grated pepper. What do you think of my new pepper mill? Look. Ooh, it's sexy. Love it. So yeah, so we'll have some freshly ground pepper in there as well. So first things first is to fry these off, and then once these are fried off, I'll get the pasta on the boil. So there's the mushroom and bacon bits all fried off nicely. I'm going to leave all of that mess in the pan, because all I'm going to do now is put in this pasta and then a couple of cups of water and put them in there and just let them cook through, because that pan's already hot, so I might as well make the most of that, save a bit of energy. And I don't put loads of water in, so you're over using water when you're boiling. Just monitor it a little bit if you need to keep adding extra water in to stop it from boiling dry. But I find that the pasta tastes nicer that way, and you don't have to waste a load of water either. So once that starts cooking down a little bit, I'll break these nests up so they fit in the pan a little bit better. It's just that they're a bit hard and they won't break up. And then you'll find that the pasta cooks really fast in a frying pan. That's only been about 1 minute and 30 seconds till we get in the water like that, which is actually really impressive. I think the big bottom area of the base, the surface base area, that's what I mean, of the frying pan is definitely better for heating up water quicker. As the pasta's done, it's pretty much got it just to the right point. You can just see a little bits of water in there. And now I'm going to dump all of this in. One-handed cooking. And just give it a bit of a stir around a little bit. And just let the residual heat in the pan heat all that stuff back up again. It only needs a minute. And pop the lid on. And just leave that like that for a little bit, because you need to make sure that the pan cools down a little bit but keeps the food warm still, because when you put the egg in, and here's the egg, it looks a bit lumpy, but it's got loads of Parmesan cheese and cracked black pepper in there. You can't have it too hot, because when you put that in, you don't want the egg to scramble in there, because it turns into a sauce. I don't put cream or anything like that in my carbonara. I literally just use the eggs and let it turn into a sauce. I think it was a Slimming World thing, because it was a way to get sin-free carbonara, don't you know? So yeah, just give it a couple more minutes and then I'll pour the egg in and see how we get on. So everything in there is lovely and warm now. So it's just a case of pouring in the eggy mix. You can see it's thickening up. So it's going nice and thick in there. And that will be saucy. Nice and saucy. Ready for scotting, because I'm starving. Shocking, I know.
It looks the part straight away.
It does, doesn't it? It doesn't look any different at all.
Yeah.
Right, let me
see what it's like.
So we need to, let's get comfy. Hang on a sec.
Comfy.
Now let's see what you think of this.
Right, I'm trying to get as many pieces of everything on I can.
Okay, good stuff.
That isn't soggy or anything like that other one we had.
No.
Still kept its texture. And you're still getting the smokiness and everything, so yeah.
Nice. Because we have got something else to try. We need to try this first before we put something else on. Because I treated us to something. Chubby Tom's Bacon Dust. Sweet maple bacon seasoning. And it's vegan. So we're going to have a sprinkle of that on here, because I mean, what will make carbonara better than more bacon? I don't know.
More carbonara.
More carbonara, right? I'm going in.
So, we're off out.
We are. Out. A bit further than last time as well.
Yeah, on a special pre-booked appointment.
Yes.
Because I'm over 50. Shui. Okay. It's an odd one, isn't it? Because it's a very divisive subject between certain people.
Yeah.
But I've got nothing against it, so if you agree, perfectly fine. If you don't agree, then that's perfectly fine. I'm going getting my COVID jab. Ooh. Wendy thought we were stuck then. Ooh, daffodils.
Oh, that's spring. I was going to say spring is coming, but it's not. It's here.
Well, it is for now. Apparently we're going to have stormy, snowy, hailstony showers in a few days.
In a few days. I know that, but spring will still be here, even if the bad weather is back for a bit. But yeah, not long to go before we can get down to the pub.
When I drift away, when I fall into my own world, in a heartbeat I know I'll take a chance, take a chance. When you see me go, when you see me through the windows, in the morning I can't be sure at all that you'd be home.
So John has just gone in to get his jab, and I can't believe the name of the place where we're at. Let's see if you can see it there behind me. Oh no, are we there yet? Are we there yet? There you go. Look at that. The Epic Centre. Now, could that be any more fitting for that epic fella of mine? We're waiting for Daddy, aren't we, Coop? Hey, see his tail. Ah, it's nice here.
Get the name of the place.
I did. I got a little bit on mine, but look, you can see it there.
How epic's that?
Epic Centre.
So yeah, that's me.
Nice you doing?
Jabbed up.
Nice.
Should have a nice little something in my arm.
Oh yes, little red dot.
Yeah. So yeah, you walk in, give your reference number. Somebody asks you like 3 questions. The next person asks you about 4 questions. The next person asks you about 30 questions, and the next person does that while they're talking to you, and you don't even know what they've done. So
Nice.
first time I've been pricked this year.
Only this year.
Well, I've had flu jabs, so you know.
Oh, very true. Very true.
So yeah, obviously no issues at all.
Yeah.
Nothing to be concerned about.
Easy
Nothing
peasy.
scary. Nice and easy. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Me and Coopy been sitting in the sunshine, haven't we, buddy? Come here.
Buddy,
Come here.
Obviously the important bit is you get a sticker.
Find a hole.
There we go. That's mine. And then when you get yours,
I
you can
go
fit it somewhere else.
Somewhere around near Fanny.
Oh right, okay.
It's good near Fanny.
Is it now? Well, today's the day, the last day of March. Meatless March.
Meatless March.
Just to prove it. There we go. And we've got a melee of Meatless March meals.
Or as you know in Manchester, it's dippy tea.
Dippy tea.
But it's lunchtime.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Well, just for the people that don't know what dippy dinner.
So, dippy dinner. So we have
Quorn sausages, garlic and cheese mushroom, Aldi's special bake it in the thing cheese sauce with cider, pretzels, cheese and onion rolls, puff pastry twists.
cool. And yeah,
And who doesn't like dipping mini sausages in cheese
all
sauce? I mean,
tasty stuff, isn't
seriously.
it, really? Got lovely weather, lovely blue skies out the sunroof there.
Beautiful.
Very nice weather, very nice, lang, wonderful laddie.
Thank you.
And my brain can't speak because, yes, I had my jab yesterday.
Yeah. He's feeling a bit poorly today, aren't you, baby?
I just feel like I've got a hangover. Like I'm speaking really slowly and I'm really struggling to put sentences together.
Oh, bless you.
There
Be
we
better. Get a bit of food in you.
Aye. Right then, let's do it. Do this thing.
Yeah. Meat-free March.
Meat-free March. How have we found meat-free March?
Meat-free is how we found it. We
We
managed
did
to get...
find meat-free.
We did find meat-free March to be completely meat-free.
Yes. Absolutely meat-free.
Yep. Which is... What you're looking at me like that for?
Because she nearly ate pate.
Oh,
If it wasn't for Daz.
If it wasn't for Daz, I'd have eaten pate. So yeah, it was. I think it was because it's cheese night, you know, and it's like cheese and pate and crackers and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, I've since found out you can buy mushroom pate. So
okay.
I think that would have been a good thing to try because we all like mushrooms. You know,
Yeah.
that'd be good. But yeah, I think I surprised us by what was available. And
Yeah.
we did have a lot of people. We've had loads of feedback from this, which has been wonderful.
Yeah.
And it's
Good
not all,
suggestions as well.
some really good suggestions. So much so that we ran out of March to try them all. So
Yeah.
we're actually still carrying them on into April, just because we've not had a chance to try them all yet. One of them is the Linda McCartney
the duck.
hoisin duck set.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Chinese duck and pancakes? So we've got that to try. But yeah, the feedback we've been getting has been lovely. Some really good ideas, some really good supportive stuff. Some jokes. It's been jokes for days, which is exactly what we expected, I think, for a lot of gammon jokes and things like that. And then a few things from people who have expected us to start eating vegetables because we were doing meat free.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't eat vegetables anyway. Well, we do. We eat sweet corn, peppers and onions, really, don't we?
Yeah,
But
I think the comments were, why are you eating that processed crap? And I guess the unfortunate thing is that it all, I guess, is processed.
yeah, because it's not as it came. I mean, you eat chicken, it's as it comes off the animal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most of the time.
But I guess if it's plant-based, which is what we've been eating for the last month,
Yeah.
it has to be
got to
processed,
be processed
into
in
something
some way.
else.
Yeah.
So rather than having a stir fry where you put your fresh vegetables in a pan and fry them in whatever sauce, this is us eating our normal meals that are meat-free.
But are substituting them in. And we've
Yeah.
been trying to mix it up a little bit because it was one of those things, like a test of how can a couple of bona fide carnivores or omnivores, because we do like a bit of veggies as well, get through a whole month of eating no meat when we weren't planning on swapping out and becoming, eating cauliflower steaks and changing it all around. That wasn't the thing. It was,
Especially not after me trying cauliflower cheese.
I mean, he was a very good boy and did try it. But yeah, and it was just a case of trying to swap out things. So we love chicken fajitas, or fajitas in general. Put Mexican rice in there, cook it all in one pan, chuck it nicely onto a cheese-loaded wrap. And instead we've used What the Cluck chicken pieces, or the Linda McCartney shredded chicken. And it's brilliant. You cannot taste the difference.
No.
So we're eating our normal food and we've subbed out the actual meat for a meat-free alternative. And that has worked like a dream.
It has, and I have to say that their texture, flavour and everything is so damn close that if you were to eat the breaded chicken, the chicken pieces, the barbecue pulled pork
Oh, that
pieces,
pulled pork, or
Yeah.
pulled oomph.
the mince, Naked Glory mince, the mince burgers, the Richmond sausages,
Meat-free sausages, yeah.
all those you just wouldn't, even if you eat, there are a few exceptions, if you eat them absolutely on their own, that you might be able to tell. However, chicken really doesn't have a taste, so it's put with other things and it picks
And
it
that
up
picks
with
up the flavours, yeah.
Sausages are very herby and stuff like that normally,
Yeah.
so that tastes all right. Mince obviously picks up the flavour of all the things you cook it with, so that's all right. Burgers, if you like us, they're fully loaded with all sorts of stuff.
Salad and bacon crumbles and cheese.
Yeah, that's
and
how we got around the
gherkins
bacon
and-
thing.
Yeah, the tubs of the bacon crumbles, they taste like frazzles, don't they? But they're great. You can just sprinkle them on anything and it gives you a bacon flavour. And we found that
Yeah.
has been better than any of the bacon substitutes that
Yeah,
could
we
find.
wrote off bacon.
As you probably saw.
As
in
you
the
worked out
previous
from
one.
last week's
Yeah.
video, yeah.
Yeah, apart from those Rivera bacon pieces, the smoky bits, which we
Yes,
bought again.
what did we try them in? We had carbonara, didn't we?
Yep, we had carbonara, as somebody suggested, and this is why
Yeah.
it's been brilliant getting all the feedback. Someone's like, they make a wicked carbonara.
Yeah,
So the
and
next
they
day,
did.
we made a carbonara, and it was wonderful. You couldn't taste the difference because it's so smoky. It's lovely.
So I guess what we're getting to is 2 points here. Bear in mind that I just did it as a bit of a laugh, and bear in mind that April is Amazon free April. It's just a laugh. We've got nothing else to do to entertain ourselves.
Yep.
And a lot of you find it entertaining the fact that you didn't think I'd give up meat for a month, and I did.
Yes.
So-
And even on the first shop, because we did the shop a couple of days ago.
You
still
offered, you offered me gammon, didn't
Yep.
you? And I went,
Yeah,
not
it's
too
all right.
fussed right now.
So we literally got a fridge full of vegetarian food again.
I don't think there's a need to change our diet so much from what we've been eating the last month.
No, I mean, there'll be a few more things. I mean, it's like, with the processed food, I think we might get back to the slightly less if we can
Yeah.
do it that way, and I'll start making a few more things. But then there's lots of things, and this is what our daughter said she did as well. She'd do a roast dinner. and she'd have all the trimmings and everything in it, but she just would miss the meat off. And I think that is a better way. We can get a takeaway curry here, and we've been having curry sauce, Bombay potatoes, chips. Rice and naan bread.
And that.
Just having exactly what we would have normally, but with no meat in the curry sauce.
We had
and
a takeaway pizza as well.
Yep.
And I just had 4 cheese pizza.
You had mushrooms.
Oh, I did add mushrooms on there and barbecue sauce with the stuffed crust, just to really add to it.
Yep. So it's cheesy.
Yeah.
But that's there's no vegan. And it's been that easy. And I think for some stuff it just is easier just to not have the meat on it in the first place.
So yeah, going back to what we were saying, as
Yes.
the main reasons are giving it up in the first place, sort of thing, were just to, as stupid as it sounds at the time or whatever, were just to see if we could do it.
Yeah.
What we've found is that not only can we do it, but there's some amazing substitutes out there if you want to continue to enjoy the same types of meals and stuff like that, and that the meat-free substitutes are really good.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's been quite surprising to me, is that I guess the only downside to them is that they are more expensive. I would say on average we've probably spent an extra £60 to £70 this month, but we have, like the bacon challenge, we have spent money on trying things out.
That was probably about 30 quid worth of bacon.
Yeah,
just
it was
on
daft
that
expensive.
thing. Yeah, it was silly money.
So whilst there is a margin of extra costs for having the meat-free stuff, I don't think it put us off.
No.
So I think one of the benefits of it, like you said, because it's, how can we say, it's meat-free, it doesn't have so much of a problem with the shelf life sort of thing.
No,
so.
it's got loads. I mean, when Daz was coming shopping with us, he was getting his usual meaty stuff, and he was saying he had to eat on days like this, and I'm like, well, I've got like 10 days till I have to eat the next thing on mine, and we literally play expiry date bingo on everything. And we had so much choice because there was so much date range on it. And you don't have to worry about making sure that all your meat products are on the lower shelf in your fridge. You can literally just push it in and fit everything in everywhere, because you don't have to worry about that side of things as well.
They still do have to be refrigerated. They do say that, don't they?
Yep.
But I'm not sure on the validity of that, because essentially there's nothing dairy or meat in there to go off. It is just vegetables, so you could store it like you would your veg in a cool dry,
area,
dark place sort of thing.
So don't try this at home. Don't take our word on any of that. But there's also the thing of eating it a couple of days after its date anyway.
Yeah.
We've done that with the mince and sausages and chicken pieces just a day or so after, and there seem to be no after effects for us to have it or anything like that. So it does seem to be, it has lots of bonuses, I think, of being able to do it just with the extra shelf life. But you do have to go to a bigger supermarket to find more options, I think. Yeah.
Now, the reason why this video is quite sort of limited in the fact that there's not much going on is because we wanted to have more of a chat about this.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing I would say that we've noticed is health changes.
Yeah.
So from my point of view now, all my clothes are much slacker. My belt is down to like the second notch in, rather than the second notch from the end.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing in 1 month when we've not really done anything else. Fair enough, we've had a few little bits to do. It's been slightly better weather.
Yeah.
So we have been more active outside slightly, but we're not talking like mega walks or anything like that.
No.
It is just a change of diet, or the change of... Actually, it's not really a change of diet as such. It's the change of
meat
ingredient. Yeah.
And I think if you look at the calorie difference between the meat and the non-meat versions, in some cases it was half of the calories, but still loads of protein, and for some reason the vitamins and all of that stuff, there's still lots of that in there because they're doing really well with how to make it these days. So
a lot of people commented to take a supplement, because obviously we're not having, what is it, vitamin...
Is it D?
D, I think it
or
is,
B?
yeah. Something like that anyway. And I'm an old fart, so I take a daily multivitamin anyway.
He takes the Centrum 50 Plus.
Thanks for fucking giving it the number. God.
Oh, dear me.
So, aside from, I've noticed it in weight-wise.
I poo a lot better.
Yeah, I was trying to get to that a bit better.
Well, come on, it's just one of those things. I do. I kind of have hit and miss in I think it's a perimenopause thing, which is also something you don't need to know. But yeah, it could be.
You were every 2 to 3 days, weren't you? And struggling.
Sometimes 3 days, and it wasn't a particularly pleasant experience. And now it's nice. It's better,
it's
and I feel
every
less
day, isn't it?
bloaty. Yeah, every day, feel far less bloaty, feel far more comfortable.
I've had Lucky Barry's. I'm not going to explain
God.
that. If anyone knows what a Lucky Barry is, then you know. If you don't know, then Google it.
You know what? Everyone's going to be turned around and say, it's like, well, at least if we watch John and Mandy, we're going to get to talk about poop at some point in it. Oh, dear. But yeah, it definitely has had a positive effects on us both.
Yeah.
But anybody that's like, no, absolutely not, I like my beef and I like this and like that,
Yeah.
find something and give it a go. Honestly,
Yeah,
you
just
will
try
not
it.
you will not be sad that you did. It's been a real eye opener
It
with
has.
what options are out there.
In all honesty now, I mean, you lot have probably seen how fussy I am with food. Ignoring the bacon testing, because you know that probably
No.
wasn't the best thing, but there's been one food group, one meal, or one ingredient in a meal in 31 days that I haven't liked. So I think that stands up for itself then, that there are so many really good alternatives for a fussy fucker like me.
No, you said.
I did. But I am though, aren't I?
He is fussy. He is
Especially with
pain
food.
in the backside fussy with food. And a lot of the time I'll try and explain to him what a meal is going to be like, and he just goes, no, you're just confusing me, I don't like the sound of that. So I don't even tell him now. I know what he likes. We've been married long enough.
Yeah.
I don't trick him. It's just like, try this, you will like it.
I think at the end of the day, we are going to carry on with a lot of the things that we've done for the last 31 days. And it's just a positive thing.
Yep. So yeah, we're
So
cracking on.
that's our little month of meat-free stuff done with. The next month is going to be Amazon-free April. So you can all have a bit of a giggle to see if you think I will survive a month without ordering anything from Amazon. And I am going hardcore, ordering anything online. Because I might go to a shop and buy something. But if you know me, that's not really something I do anyway.
No, we
so
tend to not
I'd
go
have
out
be
and do
desperate.
anything like that. Yeah, and it is one of those things. That is the emergency thing. So if there's something
Yeah,
that we really need
desperately
for
need.
van or anything like that, then we'd do that.
Yeah.
I have to do full disclaimer. I am not participating. However, I'm not a big spender anyway. But I am expecting a parcel today.
From Amazon.
Yes.
So I'm trying my best, but if someone's letting a side down
I don't
again.
buy things anyway. You guys know who spends money on Amazon. It's not me. It's not me.
Anyway, a bit of an update on the old COVID thing, because obviously if we can talk about how often Mandy goes for a crap, then we can talk about having my jab.
Could just say poo, you don't
okay.
have to say that.
Sorry. But yeah, I've had my jab. Feel fine. What do you reckon? 24 hours? Maybe a day and a half?
36 hours, I'd say, yeah.
Day and a half, felt like I had a massive hangover. I was struggling to put sentences together. I could not have made this video by a long stretch.
No.
But now I feel fine.
Yeah.
So thanks for everyone who put all their well wishes and all that kind of
hints
stuff.
and tips and stuff. And
Yeah.
it was just paracetamol that got me through there.
Paracetamol and a lot of liquid.
Yeah.
I drank,
Juice. Yeah.
juice. Now, I drank probably 5 times the normal amount of liquids I was taking, and that's what the nurse told me. Says paracetamol if you need it, but the key to it is drink tons of liquid. She swore. She said tons.
Did she?
She did.
I like that nurse. Yeah.
Right as she went in my arm. So yeah, all is good. A little week and month. Hopefully, yeah, there's a little bit of info that you got from this week, even if it was just when Mandy has a poo.
Nobody needs to know that.
You told
I
them.
tell you. Oh dear. Okay. Well, yeah. Feel free to don't watch that bit again.
No. So yeah, not a lot going on over the next week. I've got a few things to do in the van, which are really tedious and boring, so I'm not going to go into that one. Basically, I want to wash it and wax it and cut the side, take all the scratches out and all that.
Because we've put a couple more on there since, haven't we?
And it's a bit filthy dirty, so it needs sorting out. And obviously, we've got a lot of things that we want to help to try and pay back Johnny and Gabby for letting us stay here and
Yep, and being so wonderful, because they are literally wonderful.
Yep. So they don't want to be filmed, and we don't want to film what they're doing on their land and that kind of stuff. So we shall see you next Friday, really.
Aye, absolutely.
Hope you have a lovely weekend.
And then enjoyed the sunshine that we've had, because I don't think we're going to
think
get
it's
more.
gone
Get some
now
sun
for-
or something, don't some snow.
Snow with you, yeah. But there you go.
No.
It's very strange going from 21 degrees yesterday to 9 degrees today.
Yeah. Yeah, Coop keeps looking at the doors like, why can't I go out?
Yeah.
Why is the door
not
shut?
open?
Hello?
Yeah. What are you doing? Bless him.
No, dear.
Right then, folks.
Thanks for joining us.
Yep, we'll see you next Friday.
We'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
Bye.